The Danish Mental Health Foundation advises and helps people who are personally experiencing mental illness, as well as their children and other relatives. Furthermore, the foundation works to break down taboos and prejudices concerning mental illness. As a humanitarian organization, the Danish Mental Health Foundation's ability to promote the mental health of the Danish population is very dependent on private donations. As a result, in 2014, the organization felt compelled to try a different way to achieve its ambitious goal of attracting more members and donors. In continuation of a series of programs on nationwide Danish television focusing on mental disorders, the Danish Mental Health Foundation chose to take an unconventional approach by using social media, and Facebook in particular, as the focal point of a digital lead campaign. The strategy was to create the required permission from potential donors to contact them by phone and at the same time make them more willing to donate by improving their knowledge. To ensure involvement from the target group, the strategy was to design the campaign in a manner that would destigmatize mental illness for a wider audience. It should be easier to relate to what it means to be invisibly ill. Potential donors in the target group were encouraged to test their level of knowledge by taking a quiz. The recurring theme of the quiz was, "How much do you know about mental illness?" With this creative angle, we wanted to interact with Danes on Facebook based on an open, objective communication platform that triggered the interest and curiosity of the target group. The campaign used various channels to generate visitors, for example on Instagram, and with Facebook-sponsored stories delivering most of the volume. With our Facebook app, we achieved an ideal user experience on tablets and smartphones by using a responsive design, a very simple user interface, and intuitive interaction. The quiz involved answering 4 questions, testing the user's knowledge, and making them reflect on common misconceptions on mental illness. After completing the quiz, the correct replies were shown, along with the call to share and invite others to take part in the quiz. All permissions were collected in a database and were converted into new members on a daily basis through telemarketing. Due to the involvement and the reflection created, the leads converted more than twice as good as the benchmark for the Foundation's activities. During the entire campaign period, we tested possible improvements and used both interaction data and transaction data to optimize the conversion through segmentation, visuals, and messaging, as well as where to ask the user for their contact permission and details. The campaign was a huge success for the Danish Mental Health Foundation, which generated more than 53,500 qualified permissions, equivalent to roughly 1% of the Danish population. If the campaign had been carried in the US, for instance, this would proportionately have generated more than 3 million qualified leads. The campaign has doubled the membership base from 6,000 to more than 12,000 members in just 9 months at a record low lead cost of less than 80 cents per lead. The campaign has generated 14,000 likes on the Danish Mental Health Foundation's Facebook page and more than 50,000 email permissions from potential future donors. And the results have been recognized even when the campaign won the 2015 Danish Fundraising Award for Most Effective Campaign.